The trailer for Kung Fu Panda 4 has been released, and it has caused some fans to express concerns that the film might not meet the standards set by the three previous installments in the franchise. Due to the fact that it was formerly referred to as one of the best animated trilogies, Kung Fu Panda 4 has a lot of expectations to fulfill, and it appears that not many people are positive that it will be able to do so. The Kung Fu Panda series had been on hiatus for a very long time. Years ago, DreamWorks made the announcement that they would be producing the fourth part in the series. However, despite the fact that the film was scheduled to be released in 2024, absolutely no information had been disclosed regarding the film. Fans started to become concerned that nothing would be shown off until the movie was almost ready to be released in theaters, at which point it would be too late to build up any anticipation. Finally, it had been released, and unfortunately, what was supposed to have been a source of happiness has not been welcomed as positively as one may have anticipated it would be. A great number of fans have voiced their dissatisfaction with the trailer, Poe's personal character development, the new antagonist, the absence of previous antagonists, and the overall quality of the film, just to name a few. So, what exactly went wrong in this situation? To start, let's talk premise. 8 years after the events of Kung Fu Panda 3, the fourth sequel sees Po embarking on a new quest to find the next Dragon Warrior. Along the way, he meets his most recent enemy, the Chameleon. The plot of Kung Fu Panda 4 revolves around Po being chosen to be the Valley of Peace's spiritual leader. Po Ping is shown in the beginning of the trailer attempting to meditate in accordance with Master Shifu's recommendation. Nevertheless, mischievous thoughts invade his mind, and he comes to the realization that meditation is not his thing. The teaser continues on to provide an exciting view of Tai Lung, the formidable master of the leopard style of Kung Fu, making a powerful reappearance and comeback, as well as a variety of other characters such as Tigress, Monkey, Mantis, Viper, Crane, and more. Fans are not happy with the way Po is portrayed in the trailer in question. One fan wrote, and I'm paraphrasing here, "Why is Po such a fumbling mess here? I was under the impression that he had moved on from that stage." In the second film, he reached his mental peak. Then, by the time the third film was over, he had matured, despite the fact that he had taken a few steps back. In the trailer, it looks like he is having difficulty finding inner peace, which is something he had already accomplished in the second film. It is obvious that Shifu is exhausted, and what exactly is the purpose of his upcoming journey? He already learned to accept himself for who he is. He was able to find answers about his history and get closure for it. He was able to fight his fated opponent and complete his destiny. He was able to reconcile his numerous roles in life, and he was able to master Kai. So where does he go from here? Shouldn't his journey as the protagonist be complete at this point? Another fan similarly stated, "I'll be honest, I don't have high hopes for this movie." By the time the third season was up, Po had already developed into a fully realized character. They are giving us this new plot as if they simply forgot about his progression in the previous films. As a result, people have expressed concern regarding his new path and what it may imply for him today. The question is, where does he go from here? Despite the fact that Tai Lung, a fan favorite, is returning, which I can say from personal experience was a pleasant surprise, fans can't help but be concerned about the role that he will play in the movie. Because he appears to be summoned from the spirit realm, it would appear that the scene that is seen in the trailer is the very first scene that he appears in. And it looks like the very first thing that he accomplishes is to be trampled on by the new antagonist, the Chameleon. As far as I can tell, the trailer gives the impression that they are bringing Tai Lung back for the sole purpose of allowing the new antagonist to defeat him and weaken him, which seems pointless to some people. And while we're on the subject of the new antagonist, it seems that her entire strategy is to steal powers, Kung Fu. To be honest, the concept gives off an intriguing vibe. She uses her tongue to touch an adversary, thereby stealing their power, and then she transforms into the adversary she just touched. It is a cool ability to possess. Thing is, Kai has already performed the Steal Power act, and Shen was responsible for the bad guy with an army act. So when it comes to fighting, each of the three previous antagonists had their own distinct approach. The Chameleon, for all intents and purposes, if she simply transforms into Po as the trailer suggests, then it is just going to be Po versus evil Po. Then there is the fact that the trailer does not contain any real mention of the Furious Five, which leads me to believe that they will not play a significant role in the movie, which is a disappointing development. They were fantastic in the first two films, but they didn't receive much of a role in the third film, and it appears like they won't have much of a role in the fourth film either. A few of fans also brought up the animation style. In addition to their stunning visuals, the films that came before this installment were renowned for their exceptionally vibrant colors and breathtaking settings. It was the perfect way to immerse yourself in this realm. I was impressed by the way the foggy mountains, the lush grassy fields, the bustling towns, and the temples. The aesthetic in this one, in comparison, appears to be quite uninteresting to some fans. They also questioned the art direction and character design of the chameleon, particularly the height. Up until now, all the animals have more or less been to scale with their real-life sizes, which led to some pretty interesting scenes with characters like Mantis or Viper. The chameleon breaks that as she is very tall and lanky, but in their defense, Kung Fu Panda has broken this rule before. Shen in the second movie was, or was close to, the size of Master Ox. Also, fans pointed out that the new characters look like they're from other movies, the pangolin from Ice Age and Chameleon from Rango. Look, I don't believe you can always judge a book by its cover or a movie by its trailer, and if the movie Elemental has taught us anything, is that it's okay to be cautiously optimistic. From what I've understand, it's time for Po to move aside for those who are coming after him, just as Oogway and Shifu did before him. Po's journey is either at or on the verge of coming to an end. It is for this reason that they are discussing the fact that he is no longer the Dragon Warrior. He is no longer going to be the protagonist. And to answer your question, yes, Po has gone through a full character journey, but he is also beginning a new one. Although he is the master of his own fate, he is now learning how to assist others in becoming masters of their own. In place of the Dragon Warrior, he is transitioning into a leadership role. Granted, I feel like a lot of the criticisms and concerns for the movie are valid. I don't think Kung Fu Panda 4 was on anybody's list of sequels we are hoping for or needed. But other fans pointed out that unlike the Toy Story movies, which had an ending that felt like a complete ending, Kung Fu Panda 3 didn't feel like a complete conclusion to the series, so you can still be curious to see where it goes story-wise, especially with the previous villains returning. And to top it all off, DreamWorks wants to make more sequels apparently. They are planning to make another trilogy after this fourth movie. I remember hearing about them planning to make 6 films in total, with the first trilogy referred to as Student Trilogy, and the latter 3 being referred as the Mentor-Teacher Trilogy. So I'm actually excited to see if they can pull it off successfully. I'm willing to give this movie a shot. It could turn out to be a masterpiece. And I guess anything with Jack Black in it is necessary. And really quick announcement, if you like my content, I have started a membership, and at just $4.99 a month, you'll gain access to more exclusive content, and as a member, you'll unlock different membership perks. The link is in the description box below if you are interested. I would really appreciate the additional support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you're excited for this movie, or let me know if you have more concerns than high expectations for it. Thanks for watching.